Alrighty guys, today we have an exciting video. I've actually been sent these two wireless noise cancelling earphones from a company called Pamu. I honestly haven't heard of them till now, but I've been doing a bit of look into these headphones, and they look like they've got pretty good reviews. Alright guys, so we do have the Pamu Quiet and the Pamu Quiet Mini. Now the Pamu Quiet Mini is the newer edition of this one. We'll get to that in a moment, but looking at the Pamu Quiet, just flipping it over just so you guys go through some details with you. Independent and hybrid active noise cancellation processing system. It's got 10mm drivers. It is waterproof for IPX4 should I say, and Bluetooth 5.0. Alright guys, these Pamu Quiets are the first earphones in the world to have dual chips inside them, which is pretty cool. I'm pretty sure one targets the noise cancellation and the other one targets obviously the sound and like the settings of the earphones, which is awesome to see. So we're going to unbox these ones first, check out the noise cancellation. I also do have my AirPods Pro to compare them to, because obviously they're going up against something like an AirPods Pro at a lot cheaper of a price is another thing to consider as well. So these are about $400, and right now I think these are about $120. So that is something to consider. It's a lot cheaper to get something like this. So let's unbox this. Even so far guys, the packaging of these right now look very nice. They don't look too cheap, they look very nice and packed properly. Alright guys, I do have actually a magnetic system here, as you guys can see, which is awesome. We do have the headphones here themselves in a different type of case I've never seen before. As you guys can see there, it's a bit of a leather material on top, and you press the button and it opens like an old school stopwatch. So that is cool to see. And in here we do get a bunch of different manuals, and here we do get, I believe, charging cable, some new ear tips I think as well. Alright, so we do have the ear tips in here, which is always handy to have. Put that to the side. And in here we do have the charging cable, a case, and like a little neck strap if you want that as well. USB-C as well, which is always handy to have, and a nice leather kind of feeling case. So we can put all those accessories in there, and then you can close that up. Alright, so let's put that to the side. Let's put the box to the side. Get the instructions out to see how we connect these all up. Alright guys, just before we connect these up, I want to obviously unbox the Pamu Quiet Minis as well. So let's do that while we're here. Now these these are just like a alternative, cheaper version of the Pamu Quiets, but they do still offer IPX4, 10mm drivers, Bluetooth 5.2, which is a bit newer than the just the Pamu Quiets, and they do have active noise cancellation as well. So that is something to consider. Again, nice unboxing experience. These are a bit smaller as well in terms of packaging. Bit less, there's a bit more subtle than the other ones. All right, so we put that to the side. Again, I think we have our instructions and all that in here. So we do get the instruction manual in this one. Again, the case, no strap, and obviously USB-C charging as well. Again, which is very, very handy to have. Alright, we also get some more tips as well, before I forget to show you. A bunch of more tips as well, which is good to have. Alright guys, so here are both devices. I'm going to connect them to my phone here, and see how we go. There's also an app you can get as well. Alright, so it was pretty easy to connect. All you have to do is click on the left one, and then this one turned on as well, and they both just connected together. So I do have some music playing now. How do I pause this now? Click left ear. Alright, so you just tap it to pause. And there's a bunch of other things here, so you can incoming call, answer and hang up, all on here. Click on the touch button again. Call rejection, double click on the side. Previous track, double click. This is on the left one. And then voice assistance like Siri. If I press and hold, it will activate Siri. For the right one, play and pause is one touch. Again, both the same for play and pause on both sides. Incoming call, again, both things. Call rejection as well. Double track next on this one. And the previous track is on this one. And then to activate noise cancellation, you press and hold on the right side. So if I do that now, they do work very, very good. Do actually have the air conditioner on there, and I can't actually hear the air conditioner anymore. So if I tap it again, hold it down, transparency mode comes back on. If I hold it again, noise cancellation comes on. Now if I put it into the case, as you guys can see, there's a light actually at the top here that just indicates obviously they're in the case and they're charging, which is pretty cool, and obviously indicates, I assume, how much charge is left by how the ring goes, which is interesting. Alright, let's try these next ones, which is the minis. Let's pull those out as well. These both are USB-C. Okay, Pamu Quiet Mini's already come up, put them in, and these are actually exactly the same in terms of how to operate them. So, alright, these do sound, both of them, I feel like these minis sounded a bit better from what I heard initially. Maybe they got a better fit in my ear. Now I'm just going to try the AirPods Pro just to get, again, for noise cancellation. So, noise cancellation on these obviously is, it does sound better, I think, straight out of the box, if I'm not mistaken. So definitely the AirPods Pro still have better noise cancellation than these. But the noise cancellation on the minis seems to be a lot better than than these quiet ones. Seems to drown a lot more out, these minis. And the AirPods Pro just leave them a lot better noise cancellation. But not extremely better. It's definitely the Pros, the Minis, and then the normal quiets from right now what I'm hearing. Alright, let's listen to sound quality right now and see which one does sound better. These are a lot more bassy than the AirPods Pro, but they sound a bit more muddy compared to the Pros. So yeah, definitely the Pamu Quiet Minis are a lot more bassy than the Pros, the AirPods Pro, and they do sound a bit more muddy. But I think that's just because of the bass as well. But let's try the Pamu Quiets now. Alright, so just first initial things out of the box. The Pamu Quiet and Pamu Quiet Minis do sound pretty similar. Now they are very heavy on the bass, and it does drain out a few of the vocals. It does sound a bit more muddy compared to the Pros, which is kind of the opposite. They do have less bass, but the vocals do come through. So it does depend. This is straight out of the box. Now, what the cool thing is that these Pamu does actually have an app where you can adjust settings. So that's what we're going to go into right now, and then we're going to check out some of the settings. Alright guys, so I have downloaded the app right now for the Pamu Quiet app, and it actually gives you the ability, as you guys can see, to change. It's got transparency mode, ANC off, ANC on as well, which is handy to have. So it's just a lot easier and it works instantly, which is good to know. Alright, if we go to settings here, it tells you your battery, any firmware updates if there is any available, which seems to be the latest version, it says. You can also here go in and you can change how everything works, which is cool. Customization of the key features, it says there, which is awesome. So you can put the decreased volume, increased volume, press and hold, and it will decrease the volume on the left ear. Stuff like that, which is always handy to have. I do appreciate that, actually. The only thing it doesn't allow you to do, from what I can see, is change the EQ, which would have been very handy to have, but that's okay, because then I would love to make it less bassy just out of the settings straight away and see how that goes, but that's okay. So the Quiet Minis, I've connected them now. They actually ended up connecting, which is good. Again, transparency, ANC, settings, tells you your power, again, customizing key features, other settings. Now, original sound. Okay, this is something I was looking for before with the Pamu Quiets, but it wasn't giving me the option. Clicking original sound actually takes away a lot of the bass from these headphones in a good way, and it just sounds a lot more clear. You can also go and turn on gaming mode, which reduces the latency. Now, I don't know if there's a reason why you shouldn't have that on all the time, because it's not a bad thing to have latency turned off. Obviously, for music, if you're not watching like a video with it, doesn't really matter. I don't know if it drains more of the battery because it's working harder, but there is that option as well. So if you're trying to game on this, or you're trying to do watch a YouTube video, something like that, this might actually help it. So we're going to test that out now. Alright guys, I'm going to try this out and see if it makes a difference at all. So I'm going to put one of my videos on here. Alright, so I can't really tell the difference between either on and off. I don't know, maybe it is specific to a game or something, I'm not sure. But for like watching a YouTube video like that, I didn't really see much of a difference. But that option is there, which is always handy to have. Now, I think out of value, to be honest with you, I'll actually go with the Pamu Quiet Minis. I just feel like they're better, more bang for your buck in terms of what you're getting. Obviously, the case isn't as fancy, As you guys can see, this one flicks open like that. Like I said, this one, they're both USB-C charging. This one's got a nice, cool mood, like a lighting ring around there. So, opens up nicely. This one obviously doesn't have anything that you can see. You are losing a few little features like that, but nothing significant. But it is obviously handy that they're both USB-C. And I do believe these are wireless charging compatible as well. Alright guys, one thing we have to test out is the microphone quality on these headphones. So I'm going to try these both out, and then I'm also going to try out the AirPods Pro just to give you guys maybe a baseline test. So guys, the audio you are hearing now is coming from the Pamu Quiet Minis. Does this sound any better than the Pamu Quiets? It will be interesting to see. Alright guys, the audio you are hearing now is coming from the Pamu Quiet. What does it sound like? What are the quality of the microphones on these earphones? Alright guys, the audio you are hearing now is coming from my AirPods Pro. Do the mic sound better on this than the Pamu Quiets and the Pamu Quiet Minis? Alrighty guys, thank you for watching the video. If you have enjoyed, make sure to smash the thumbs up button. Check out these on Pamu's website right now. I'll leave the links in the description down below. If you head there right now, it's actually 20% off. So check them out. Let me know if you guys pick up a pair. There's a great alternative to AirPods Pro. Definitely recommend these headphones if you're not looking to spend $400 on the AirPods Pro and you want to spend $100, $120 and less. I would recommend these active noise cancellation headphones. They do work extremely well. So thank you for watching. If you have enjoyed, smash the thumbs up button, and I'll catch you guys in another video.